On February 10th, Asian American communities around the world will ring in the Year of the Dragon. Some Lunar New Year celebrations will be public, like parades and fireworks, but families will also gather for private parties. The Lunar New Year is a major holiday in several Asian countries, and people celebrate over several days or even weeks. It is called the Spring Festival in China, Tet in Vietnam, and Solal in Korea. The holiday begins on the first new moon of the lunar calendar and ends 15 days later on the first full moon. Because the holiday is based on the moon, it falls somewhere between the end of January and the end of February. The lunar calendar is based on 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac. The animals are rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. In the Vietnamese zodiac, the cat replaces the rabbit, and the buffalo is in place of the ox. For 2024, it is the Year of the Dragon for both. One well-known ancient story speaks of Nian, a terrible monster that eats human flesh on New Year's Day. But Nian has some fears that weaken him. He fears the color red, loud noises, and fire. So Lunar New Year activities include putting up red paper dragons on the doors of homes. People also burn red lanterns all night and set off firecrackers to chase away the monster. To this day, the Lunar New Year celebration is centered on removing bad luck and welcoming all that is good and successful. Red is considered a lucky color to ring in a new year. In many Asian cultures, the color symbolizes a good future and joy. People wear red clothing, decorate their homes with red paper lanterns, and use red envelopes to present loved ones with gifts of money. Gambling and playing traditional games are common during Lunar New Year among celebrants around the world. Ancestor worship is also common during this time. Many Korean families take part in a ceremony called chare. Female family members prepare food, and male members serve it to ancestors. The final act involves the entire family sharing a meal and asking for help from their ancestors for the coming year. Vietnamese culture holds a similar tradition. People cook traditional dishes and place them on a home altar in honor of their ancestors. Members of Asian American communities around the U.S. also organize parades, parties, and other events around the Lunar New Year. Lion and dragon dances are common, as are fireworks, traditional food, and cultural performances. People do special cleanings of their homes and decorate using orchids and other brightly colored flowers. Each culture has its own special foods for New Year celebration, including dumplings, rice cakes, spring rolls, tangerines, fish, and meats. In Chinese culture, for example, changshu mian, or long life noodles, are eaten with a wish for a long, healthy, and happy life. Koreans celebrate with dakguk, a soup that contains thinly sliced rice cakes. And Vietnamese culture has bánh chang, a traditional dish made from rice, mung bean, and pork belly. The dish is usually covered with banana leaves, shaped into a square, and tied up with strings for steaming. I'm Katie Weaver.